coming from our last pickup review, we're going to explore a different side of a truck. Sure, it's still got a bed, bench seats in the back, and aerodynamics like a Rubik's Cube, but can a utility vehicle offer a bit of elegance? The 2019 SsangYong Musso 4x2 just might be the answer to that question. Now, the name Musso will sound familiar to a lot of Filipino ears because it was here quite some time ago as a 7-seater SUV. Now it's back with a lot less seats, but a hell of a lot more cargo space. Now, the front clip does show off its girth, but it's very quiet up here. It's got a simple hood, halogen headlamps, DRLs, fog lamps. It's not boring, but it's not loud either thanks to its much softer cues. There are character lines that can be found on the sides, but there are no flares above the wheel wells, which gives it, again, a tamer look. Now, like its name, which means rhinoceros in Korean, you know it can be dangerous, but from afar, it's rather subdued and majestic, really. And that color, Atlantic blue, yeah, that's nice. 218 millimeters of ground clearance, 18-inch mags, and discs all around. Oh, and these two things. Number one, there is no step board. Now, it makes it getting in and out of the car for shorter people like myself a little bit harder, but I love the way that it makes the car look so clean. And number two, I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan. It's just, yeah, I got nothing. Your thoughts, please, on the comments below. Thanks. There's really not much you can do with the back of the rig, so huge rear lamps and a sturdy tailgate. However, there is no third brake light, which is something we've come to expect on modern automobiles. But there is a 12-volt socket that is weatherproof, found right here on the side, which can be great for use with tailgate parties. Now, at its largest points, the bed is 4 feet in length, 4.5 feet wide, and 18 inches deep, which makes for a pretty big rhino's butt. Rhino? Yeah. Center armrest with 2 cup holders, bottle holders on either doors, and air vents up front, which are absolutely awesome because thanks to these gorgeously huge windows, a lot of natural light does come in. Now, I gotta say that the seats back here are actually much more comfortable than I expected, with plenty of headroom and elbow room for 2.5 adults, 3 of me if necessary, and that not a problem. Oh, one more thing that I found back here is that the seats are actually ventilated, and with a push of a button, you can actually have warm air come through, which is obviously not ideal for the Philippines, but at least the possibility for cold air is there. Think about it. No more crotch pot cooking. Ever. Now, for under-tall people like myself, I wish we had grab handles here just like you do at the back, because it will definitely make it getting in and out of the truck a heck of a lot easier. Up front, this is where that elegance I was talking about kicks in. You've got simple and flushed, almost minimalist gauges. The steering wheel buttons are uncluttered, the air vents are equal on both sides, and the panel on top of the dash is good to the touch. The 8-inch touchscreen infotainment is housed well in the center. The air controls are within its own cluster. The lower part of the dash matches the seats, which are very comfortable, by the way, and power adjustable on both sides. Plus, they're ventilated so that cold and hot air can pass through. I mean, really, you don't see this in a pickup truck. Nothing seems to stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, maybe one thing. Okay, maybe 2 max, but really, that's it. An 850 kilogram payload and 3,000 kilogram towing on the SsangYong Musso 4x2 also has 6 airbags, a reverse camera, ABS with electronic brake distribution, and ISOFIX mounting points. Man, it is quiet in here. The insulation is just awesome. You can barely hear the 2.2-liter diesel automatic that produces 179 horses and 420 Newton-meters of torque mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, in the killer roads of our traffic-ridden cities, it does on an average 6.5 to 7 kilometers per liter. Ouch. But on the highway, it stretches its legs to a better 16 kilometers per liter. Now, the steering weighs well when driving. it could use a little bit more assistance when in the city at driving at low speeds, especially when you're parking the car. You know those one-handed maneuvers that you're doing? Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's going to require both hands. Now, even on eco mode, the throttle response is very immediate. It's feather light, which with some traffic you'll eventually get used to. There isn't a buildup of noise when you step up on the accelerator. It just gets up and goes. And when it gets going, well, on our patchy roads that we're used to inside the city, the stiffer suspension will definitely throw it back at you and you will feel it on the steering wheel. But on paved roads, it's very much more behaved. It's nowhere near dead, no, not at all. It's just that the ride is much more, well, it seems padded is what it is. And I like it, it's very nice. You know, Nico drove this exact same truck, and if you'd like to read what that fast-mid looking totem pole had to say about it, click right here. If you'd also like to see how the Musso stacks up against your favorites on our car comparison tool, then look no further. Fast-mid. Had to look that up. The sole 2019 SsangYong Musso 4x2 is a few toys shy of complete. Now, that's gotta be said. But a utility vehicle with a sliver of elegance, which is based on the Rexton, an SUV, well, that's a welcome sight to many potential buyers out there. And at 1,495,000 Philippine pesos, that price could actually equal to a lot of buyers.